There are many different circumstances that occur in human life. Some are very pleasant and some are very difficult. This is true both in the personal sphere and in the collective sphere. Tragedies and anguish happen in human life and in the lives of animals and in the lives of plants. For all life wants to thrive, to survive, to become whole, to become more. And that longing is there in the very essence of life, the will to survive, to thrive, to procreate. That is there, the desire to extend life. It is a part of human life, but it is also throughout the world in all living beings. And beneath this desire to thrive in life lies a restlessness, a longing to become whole, to become complete, to become fulfilled. All life strives towards this goal, towards this deep fulfillment. And that fulfillment is Parama Purusha, the supreme divinity. That restlessness that moves life, moves towards that divinity, towards that completeness and wholeness, that culmination of life. Knowingly or unknowingly, this movement is going on. And naturally, in the physical world, this creates struggle because the body is physical and temporal. It is bound by time and place, as is the mind, bound by time and place. But the spirit is surging, wanting more, wanting to be complete, wanting to be fulfilled. And so in human life, people search in different directions. They search in the efforts to become successful in whatever their particular interest or field of expression is. They search to become liked and successful in their connections to other people, because when they have that connection, they feel some happiness in the connectedness and in the fulfillment of their dharma, in the fulfillment of their personal dharma and their direction in life. They feel some contentment, some happiness. In relationship, people find happiness, connectedness, fulfillment. In children, the birth of a child, there is fulfillment, but there is also struggle. In each of these circumstances, there is fulfillment, and there is the struggle for that fulfillment and the loss of that fulfillment. Because everything in this world of form is temporary. It is guided by time. Even your own body, even your own mind is temporary. It deteriorates with time and it ends. The body returns to the elements from which it came. The mind dissolves into the ether. Only the essence of being, that which is subtle mind and spirit, consciousness, remains. And as long as there is this identification with certain longings, certain associations, there remains the urge to come again in physical form and fulfill those desires. So this accumulation of experience, this basket of karma, holds all of the reactions of the life just led. And in it, the desires, the longings that have not been completed, not been fulfilled, come again. And again, there is the effort to find fulfillment, to find completion, to find wholeness, to find love. And again, there is the struggle, the fulfillment, and the loss. So the joy and the loss in this physical, mental sphere go together. For even those you love will pass from you, or you will pass from them. And there is the pain of separation. Circumstances, disagreements divide people, but death ultimately divides people. But that division is only temporary. For that which you love is always with you. There is a spectrum of existence beyond the ears to hear and the eyes to see. But the subtle mind can experience this communion beyond the veil of life and death. For death is a transition, not an end. That is the misunderstanding. It is a transition between states of being. It is an end to the physical form, to the senses, and to the mind associated with the body. It is an end. But to consciousness, to love, it is never an end. Those are eternal. And when the love becomes so great, the vision of divinity shines in the mind. When there is a connection between you and the infinite love, the heart of love, whether you see it in the form of a guru, your Gurudev, or in any form, that love abides. It is formless, timeless, eternal, but it expresses in time and space in this world to awaken and to direct the heart, the mind towards infinite being, towards the truth. In this relative world, in this, whatever you would call it, relative world, dream, simulation, in this world of form and color, there is always struggle because there is the duality of acquisition and loss, of growth and decline, of light and of dark, sun and night. This is a world of contrast, and truth is known in the contrast. It is a, shall we say, learning planet, a learning spectrum for the soul to grow and to become wise. Life upon life, form upon form, you abide in this world of duality, of contrast, until you see behind the veil, behind the contrast, until you perceive the infinite wholeness of all existence. Day and night, joy and pain, gain and loss are part of a whole. And it is beneath that spectrum, in the wholeness of being, in the love that does not have a second, that is not in contrast to something else. That eternal love is the home. And when it is found, there is completion, fulfillment. But being in a body and a mind, naturally it is found. And then from that sense of wholeness, you return again to the sense of duality and experience of awareness in form. And then again, a moment comes, perhaps only a small second or a fraction of a second even, and you feel this wholeness in the depths of meditation, in a moment of love, in a moment of connection with people, with places, with nature. You feel this moment. There's no thought, no time, no place. This moment is eternal. But then the mind begins to operate again, to move from to this and that. The senses, consciousness is brought again into this plane of contrast, movement, dualities. Then again, the subtle mind returns home. This returning home is a kind of like the electric car, you have to plug it in, then it can operate again. So the consciousness needs to be plugged in so that it can operate again. And if it cannot plug in with full awareness, it plugs in a state of deep rest called deep sleep. It will plug it, you plug in your, like plugging your electric car, you plug in your consciousness so that you can rejuvenate. You cannot go without this rejuvenation. It destroys the ability to manifest. There must be the plug-in. But through yogic practice, you learn to plug in consciously with awakened awareness. And you learn to go deeper and deeper into this consciousness which has no second. Light and shadow, grief and loss, and love and joy all abide within the whole of being. It is a love that transcends duality. It is a love in which awareness comes that all beings, everything is a part of one infinite whole. The separation of I and thou dissolves in this understanding, in this wisdom, in this love. There is no I and thou. There is no past and future. There is the unconditioned, unbound love, consciousness, intelligence, being, in which all abides and all forms are the embodiment of whatever the form. And the duality itself embodies this, both the gain and the loss. The infinite one is embodied in all creation, dancing the dance, dreaming the dream of night and day, of shadow and light, of joy and loss, of love and separation. And the dream is dreamt until one day the dreamer awakens, realizes it is the dream, and that the fulfillment, the love, the wholeness has always been there and will always be there. There is an unconditioned love that exists in all experience, in all forms, in all things, even those that are the darkest and those that are the most divine. It is not a light that is in contrast to shadow. Rather, it is a self-illumined light, a wholeness of being. And with it comes acceptance, love and acceptance. Acceptance of this world of duality and the highs and lows that are on these rising and falling waves of life. And a love so deep that it transcends this duality. All that is infinite love. Can you find this love? This love which has no boundary, no separation, that even the darkest times are within this love, and the best of times. This love is in all things, and all things are in it. It is the Sadguru. It is the one, infinite Brahma, that which cannot be named, the God of gods, is not in some high holy heaven. It is in every cell of your body. It is in every thought in your mind. All that you've thought is yours, belongs to the Infinite One. It is in every man and woman you meet, in every animal, every plant. It is in the darkest of events and in the brightest. It is a love which transcends all and is forever. A love and intelligence which has manifested this entire creation. It abides in you, in your body, in your mind, but in your heart. There is this oneness. You know that there is nothing but this. The infinite one, the divinity, which takes endless forms, rises and falls in countless forms, in untold species, in untold planets, and infinite universes, is within your own heart, is the fulfillment of your soul, the completion, the return home. In this love, there is peace, quietness, wholeness, and even in the rise and fall and the endless change of time and space in this world of duality, for one whose eyes are open, there is an eternal peace, an eternal love, and even the rise and fall and the change, there is changelessness, eternal being, both with the eyes closed in deep meditation and with the eyes open in ordinary life. There is this changelessness, for it remains deep embedded in the soul, knowledge of the true nature of all that is. Fall back, let go into this truth. Let go of separation. Let go of the belief in your separation. Become that which is. Let that which is be in you and in all things. This is your destiny. This is your home of homes. It is your natural state of being. All right? Namaskar.